I'm Nick Kinzel. I'm here at the College of DuPage, and quite frankly, it's quite strange. It's quiet here. It was easy to get parking, which you really never see throughout the week here, and that is just because of the coronavirus outbreak. It's having huge impacts on students and faculty. It's having huge impacts on me, so we're just going to kind of dive in and see how this virus is affecting different students. For Kelsey Peacosh, her family is just finding it difficult at the grocery store, just trying to get supplies for everyday needs.
COVID-19 has impacted the Chicagoland a lot in the last few days, and so how has it impacted me? For me, I have grown increasingly more paranoid about the coronavirus in the last few days. I've really started to wash my hands more diligently. I've always been pretty diligent at washing my hands, especially when I get home from school or work. Usually when I come home, I instantly feel kind of gross and grimy, so I wash them anyway. But the past few days, I've really started to wash them for definitely way more than 20 seconds, making sure I get all in between my fingers and such. So I've definitely grown more paranoid since Monday in the past 4 or 5 days. At my job, I work at a bakery, and so we have now stopped sampling our cakes. We sell cake there, so we usually sample cake, and when our guests come in, we say, hello, welcome in, feel free to have this flavor that we're sampling right now. And corporate sent out a mass email Tuesday morning to stop sampling, and that was really weird to work on Wednesday, to have guests come in and not offer them something, because it just felt really incomplete. And usually because we have people sampling cake, they create a trail of crumbs of their cake on the floor, and so I am always looking around for crumbs to sweep up, and there weren't any, so that just felt really strange to have a really clean floor for once. And so it was just really bizarre. And while I'm at work, I've been washing my hands several times at work, and my hands are really starting to dry out right now. And I go to bed every night like slathering my hands in lotion, and my hands are burning so bad because they've just gotten so dried out. And it's just been really crazy because I've seen all those videos on Twitter and Instagram of people physically fighting over toilet paper. And my dad went to Costco yesterday to get some toilet paper per my mom's request because it's not very abundant right now. And so when he went, he had gone in, saw a lot of people kind of heading towards the back where the toilet paper is. And so when he finally got back there was an employee yelling out, 1 package per customer. And so when that happened, my dad got toilet paper, but it was the wrong kind for us. So we can't do 2-ply due to our septum situation. I really can't get into it because I don't know much about it. But he just took what he was able to get and brought it home, and when he was checking out, the cashier said there were probably 400 people waiting in line that morning, and another employee was estimating maybe even 800 people. So it's just really crazy to see how it's been impacting everyone in the Chicagoland area now that it's been kind of spreading in the Chicagoland area. So it'll be interesting to see how things play out in the next month or 2 or 3.
It's basically a time bomb in a way. You just don't know when it's going to go off and something just ends.
For Tom Hamill, he is in the thick of it working in a retail store, so things are going to be really difficult for him over there.
So we know that in the last couple of weeks and or months that the coronavirus has broken out, and it's caused worldwide panic, I'd have to say. And it's deeply impacting me in a lot of ways, which one of them is my job. I'm a cashier at Walgreens. I'm constantly working with people who could be sick. Even way before this outbreak happened, I was working with sick people. And when the coronavirus broke out, it literally almost became like a free-for-all panic. I mean, I would go down the aisles when I'd have to put my overstock away at night, and I'd just be like greeted to empty shelves. We used to have a full inventory of hand sanitizers, and now they're all gone. Our face masks were gone. And like the first time I figured it out, I saw a pharmacy technician walking out of the store with 2 of this, like, I think they came from China couple, and that she was pushing 2 carts full of face masks. And we later found out that not only was she keeping some boxes for herself, but she was shipping them out to friends and family in China. So we began limiting how many sales we could do for face masks, hand sanitizer, toilet paper, all the things that everybody's scavenging for. And my job has become especially tough because when all that inventory is out, I have people coming in the store asking me, oh, do you have hand sanitizer? And I keep constantly having to tell them we're all sold out. And in retail, you want to do your job in helping people the best way you can, but it just becomes degrading after a while when you keep having to tell them, oh, we're all out of this or we're all out of that. It's become frustrating because it's like I want to do my job and succeed, but when you keep constantly telling people we don't have this, it just gnaws at you emotionally. Thankfully, I'm one of those people who isn't going to become affected by it, hopefully, but just as long as I keep washing my hands, which I do, I mean, that's really all I can do because I can't go into any store anymore with hand sanitizer and expect it to be there. And it's just difficult. And it's not only affecting me in terms of my job, but just my life in general. I'm basically preparing to do online school because all the schools are closing down. And probably all my whole life I've done school where I've been in the classroom with the instructor. I've been so used to that. I've never been used to doing it through online, and it's going to be a new change for me that I'm not used to. And not only in school, I'm learning, like, every time I watch the news or I'm looking on social media, I'm just seeing this closes, this is ending, this is not going to happen because of the coronavirus. I mean, sports, NHL, MLB, NBA, MLS, it's all being canceled because people are going to become susceptible to it. And it's just so hard because people want to be able to do things that they like doing, but now it's basically every opportunity is going down for them because they don't have a choice. It's kind of really sad when you think about it because you want to help people and your job and everything's hurting. All we can do is just prepare for the best.
Everybody that I asked, like in my life, just their advice, is it worth missing a class for it or not? And they were like, oh, don't be lazy. And I was like, I'm not being lazy. It's not that I don't want to go. It's that I'm scared. Mostly my mom is the only thing that I'm worried about.
And for Anna Sig, it's got to be really tough because she works in a restaurant, so she's constantly dealing with touching people's food and clearing all their plates and everything. It's tough times.
So the coronavirus is impacting pretty much everybody in the entire world, which is really insane. But personally, it's impacting me in like every aspect of my life, basically. Here at school today, I found parking very easily, which was nice, but also kind of jarring. And then in class, there's only me and 3 other people, which is also weird, but kind of nice. But otherwise in school, now it's canceled, but there's a big question mark there because nobody really knows what that means and how we're gonna do online classes, or if we can still meet because it's a lab and all of my classes are labs, but do we meet? I don't know. It's very confusing, so that's kind of a big question mark in my life right now is what's gonna happen. And if something does happen where we have to completely close or online classes aren't working, then I might not be able to transfer from the school in the fall, which is terrifying because that's my plan right now. But other than school, personally, at work, I'm a waitress, so I'm touching everybody's dirty napkins and plates, so I'm washing my hands all the time. But the restaurant that I work at is in a mall, and the mall is most likely going to close. So personally, like, I'm lucky enough that I'm not, trying to take care of a child or anything, but the other people at my work, some of them are literally living paycheck to paycheck, and so I just feel really bad for them, and I don't know, how they're gonna be able to do it with like their kids and stuff. And then in my family, my mom is an at-risk person because she has an autoimmune disease and she's on chemo drugs and stuff. So for me, it's hard because I want to go to work and school, but then I also don't want to bring it home to her, and I just don't know like where my responsibility lies in that situation. But we're being really careful, and I'm washing my hands all the time and doing everything that I can. But it's also crazy about how other people who like don't have health insurance and stuff, I don't really know what they're supposed to do. Like, for example, my one friend, her dad just started feeling really sick and he has a fever, and I saw her yesterday, so that's good, but we don't know if he has it or not because they don't have health insurance, and so they don't know where to go, they don't know how to get tested, they don't have, the money to get tested if it's not free. So there's just kind of like a big question mark there. There's just a lot of questions going on in my life right now, which leads to a lot of stress, but it's okay. We're still doing it. But yeah, so it's just hard to decide, and my mom is also saying, like, I can't go out now, so I guess I'm just gonna be at home for so long. So, there you go. That's my life.
Yeah, basically don't make plans.
Yeah. It's like Easter's coming up. It's like
Right.
you want to see family, but should you really go see your elderly grandparents?
Yeah.
And if you go to church too.
And for Kevin Ashley, his speech and debate team got derailed.
So, essentially how the coronavirus has impacted me. It's impacted me in a number of ways. For starters, the speech and debate season. I'm part of the College of DuPage's debate team and speech team as well, doing 3 separate events: IPDA debate, parliamentary debate, and extemporaneous speaking. And the last tournament that I went to in Rome, Georgia, is apparently going to be the last tournament overall because of this virus and its spread. The college has canceled the rest of our season. We had no warning, we had no nothing. It was just, yeah, sorry, you're done. And although I will still have the chance to go to those tournaments come next year, I feel especially bad for the second years, because the way community college speech and debate works is the fact that you only are allowed 2 years in it. So our second years, who were in my position when they were first years, were looking forward to some of those tournaments because I was only for them. That was something that they were aspiring towards and wanted to do. And now, just without any warning, the college says, yeah, no, you can't do it, sorry. And it's just I feel so bad for them because they were working so hard for over a year to get to the point where they are now, to be able to qualify for those tournaments, to go to those tournaments, and now they couldn't. And it affects me because I empathize with them. I feel bad, I understand, I watch them progress and get better, and now all their work is for naught. And it's sad. It's really sad. And from there, it affects me as well because of the fact that, well, now a lot of my classes are up in the air. Everyone got the email about a lab. You still go to labs. What the fuck does that mean? At the end of the day, they haven't really specified what exactly we could still do, what exactly we could still go. They sent out a vague email at the end of the school day, and everyone who could answer our questions, went home. So what do we do then? I was working at the cage at the time, and people were swarming me, asking me, what is this, what is that, what is this, what is that? And I'm like, I'm sorry, but I don't have answers for you. The college has left me high and dry too here. So, this current virus has affected me in a number of ways, from ruining my speech and debate season, to hurting my friends, to just leaving me in a lot of confusion because I just don't know what to do. And at the end of the day, this isn't really something we can solve easily, because it isn't within the college right to take these preemptive measures, but simultaneously to tell no one about what exactly you mean is wrong. But yeah, the virus is here.
Very good. Yeah. So, what's the bright side? How do you remain optimistic when all this is going on? I mean, I guess we're all going through it.
And for me, I feel the same way. Work is tough, life is tough, school is tough. That's just what the corona has been doing to us. So we all know that the severity that the coronavirus is having on people, so I just thought I would inform you guys on what's going on, the impact it has on my life. So with the impact on school, I think the online courses for the classes I'm taking are going to be just a little bit tough because I'm in all MPTV classes, advanced TV production, writing and reporting. So it'll be an adjustment, to say the least, to transition to these online classes. But we'll see how it goes. And then I have a big impact on my work because I work at Mariano's grocery store. It's like chaos every corner over there with people trying to buy toilet paper, hand sanitizer, disinfectant wipes. But here's the thing, currently we are all out of it right now. Like yesterday at work, we sold out of our last package of toilet paper. Like I saw a lady walking out with 10 giant packages of it, and like yes, I get that this is like a really serious thing, but at the same time, I don't think it's really necessary to have 10 giant packages of toilet paper, because now it looks like she's gonna have enough toilet paper for like 2 years now with how much she got. And then like I could also be at risk, like if somebody, because it doesn't look like the grocery stores are going to be closing, because if that happens, then what's really going to happen here, it's just going to go to real total chaos with grocery stores closing. So I'm literally out there in the thick of it. Like if a customer can have it for all we know, and then I come in contact with them, then I get it, and then yeah, it puts my family at risk and everything. So that's just kind of crazy. Also, the impact that it's having. I was supposed to go on a trip this weekend to Indianapolis for Monster Energy Supercross, but so yesterday I was kind of monitoring, because you saw with all the sports worlds postponing their event. So I was like, oh boy, here we go. It was just like a matter of when are they going to do it. But they decided to wait till like 5, 6 o'clock at night. So I'm just sitting there anxiously all day, because the hotel was already paid for. We were going to drive out there today. It's a 4-hour drive, so I didn't want to drive all the way out there for 4 hours just to find out it gets canceled, like if they canceled it the day of, because it was supposed to be tomorrow. But so that just kind of sucked. I was looking forward to it all year. We go every year, so just for that to get canceled it's rough, but I understand why they do it, just for the safety, because I think now there's only 2 sports that are running events this weekend. NASCAR is going, and so is IndyCar, but every other sport around the U.S. is just done for now. And then also, for the impact on sports. Sports are a big part of my life. So if you find me like with whatever free time I have, I'm always watching a sporting event. So it's just kind of be weird to not have any sporting events on the TV for however long they decide. I think Governor Pritzker yesterday is saying no home events for any Chicago sports team until May 1st. So. But if one positive thing comes out of this, I guess, is that I get to see my family more, because on a normal day, I'm rarely ever home. I'm home at like night and everybody else is asleep. So if one positive thing comes out of this, it's to spend more time with family.
I mean, our election is Tuesday. I gotta think that in person, polling will be down like crazy. And maybe a higher record level of people will do mail-in or whatever.
Yeah. I'm supposed to go to GES's watch party.
Yeah, I'm supposed to go to a watch party too, but I guess we're probably not.
So we will continue to give you College of DuPage news, but with the recent outbreak, it might be in different formats. So first and foremost, take care of yourselves and stay tuned. We'll bring you as much as we can.
I'm excited just to especially if my work gets closed, I'm literally gonna have nothing to do. And as much as that might sound like a bad thing, and it is kind of a bad thing, but I can catch up on the laundry. Yeah, it is kind of a break. I'm just worried it's gonna be too long of a break. But otherwise, yeah, on the bright side, I'm excited to do some stuff that I like to do, some hobbies.